and welcome to Flavourful Eats. We have Ajay and Timin cooking us some fondue. Enjoy!
Greetings. So first we're going to start off by turning our pot on medium heat. And so in the meantime, let's go over our ingredients. So we have a clove of garlic, it's flipped, finely chopped. I should show this can. We have a little bit of lemon juice.
A teaspoonful?
1 tablespoon
Of lemon juice.
1 tablespoon of lemon juice. 1 cup of milk. Whole fat is fine, whatever you prefer. And then we have 2 cups of both Gruyere and mozzarella. You can take whatever cheese you prefer. And then we have just some simple seasoning, some pepper, some salt, and a little bit of grated nutmeg. Now, powdered works just as fine, but we shaved this fresh just now, so.
And some corn flour.
Oh, yes, how could I forget? As I anticipated to say earlier, I almost forgot. We need some corn flour, and we're gonna mix about a tablespoon's worth, and we mix it with our cheese. This is to help thicken our cheese. So, as the pan heats up, our first ingredient is garlic. So we're gonna add some garlic. Ajay, do you want to put it in? Okay, there we go. So we're gonna add some garlic to the pan. So we're gonna make it nice and flavorful. So we're gonna start off with some garlic, and we're going to mix it up so it gets all over the pan. So after that, we're gonna stir it around a little more, and after that, we're gonna put in our milk and our lemon juice. So this is a fairly simple recipe, but in this iteration, we neglected to include alcohol because this is mostly for children. And Ajay, would you say we made this before? It tastes good, right?
Yeah.
It's good, right? So remember, on this channel, we make food that's children approved. So in this case, we're gonna omit the alcohol, but I promise you it'll taste just as good as every other fondue you've ever had. And with that said, you can even pick the cheeses. You like mozzarella, pal?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ajay says mozzarella is good, so we chose to go with mozzarella. Gruyere, you like Gruyere, pal?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ajay loves Gruyere. Gruyere is good too. So remember, at home, you can mix and match. Maybe you like pepper jack, maybe you like, Munster. Whatever you feel like you need, you go in. So as this is beginning to caramelize a little bit, we're gonna add both the milk. Ajay, would you mind helping me with the honors? Doing the honors? Just a little bit, just small. Okay, maybe we're gonna have to turn down the heat a little bit because we have it at a boil. So, Ajay, we can't have it at a boil, can we, pal? No. No. So we're gonna have it cool down just a little bit, and we're gonna include the milk, but we can't have it at a boil. So now that we've turned down the heat a little bit, we're gonna throw in a little more milk.
And also you can do the same way, or you could do it different if you want.
Right. So, like Ajay said, most of these ingredients are malleable. However you want to do your fondue, feel free to do it that way. So this is just how we like to do our fondue.
And you can also make chocolate fondue.
That is true. Maybe one day we'll do chocolate fondue. How about that? So, Ajay, the next ingredient, a little bit of lemon juice. Pal, would you mind helping me with the lemon juice? Just a little, just tilt it over. There we go. So a little bit of lemon juice in there just because we want a little bit of acidity. Now, we're just gonna stir it. Help me, Ajay. Just help me stir it, pal. There we go. We're gonna stir it in the pot. Great. So, there we go. So while this heats up, even though the recipe says medium heat, we have a pretty fast induction cooktop, so it's a little faster. So we're just gonna put it on 3 instead of our 5. So while that heats up, we're going to, our next ingredient, can you guess what our next ingredient is, pal?
Yeah.
It's your favorite, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
Cheese.
Cheese, you heard the man. Cheese. So the next ingredient is Ajay's favorite, cheese. So Ajay, what did Tim Mama say? Before we put a little bit in, we're gonna put a little bit in at a time, but what makes this cheese get thick? You remember? It's the cornstarch, right?
Yeah.
Should the people at home use cornstarch? Right? They should use cornstarch, right? To make it thick, right? So, Ajay, tell the people at home they gotta use cornstarch to make it thick.
You can use cornstarch too.
So, if you want to make it thick and good, like you get at the restaurant,
You have to use cornstarch.
that's the secret. That's the tip for you guys at home. So, let's avoid boiling. So so Ajay, take a small handful. We're gonna put a handful at a time. So a handful, and then you're gonna just drop it. There we go. One more, and then Tim's gonna match your handful, and he's gonna put a little bit in there. So the secret is we're just gonna put a small amount at a time.
You can mix it.
So Tim's gonna mix it, but then you're gonna do the next handful. Okay? So we're gonna put a little bit at a time, and over time this thing will become thick. You want it thick. We don't want thin, right? Thin fondue. Who has thin fondue?
Yeah.
Hello,
I
Aneesh.
think Aneesh wants to help you join in with adding a
Hey, if it isn't my friend Aneesh, tell the people at home, this is the best fondue you ever had, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We did this before on another show.
Oh, yes. I run a show called Gourmet Ghost Reviews on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So we had the pleasure of making this before, but it's such a good recipe that we'll do it again. Aneesh, would you mind doing the honors and getting the next handful in there?
Yep.
Just take a handful and just put it in there. And I'm gonna stir the pot as we go along. Okay, great. Remember, guys at home, wash your hands. That's the message of the day. Always wash your hands.
Or else you could get viruses.
Well, I think we all remember what happened the last time somebody didn't wash their hands, right, guys at home? Yeah, we got stuck for 3 years. So remember, guys, we don't want that again. So we're gonna keep slowly but surely stirring as we add in the cheese, but slowly but surely we see the ingredients are coming together, a little bit of the lemon and the acidity and the milk, and it's all thickening together. But as soon as we're gonna continue to add more. So obviously everybody's stovetop and heat is different. So in this case, we're on level 2. At home, you might
And it doesn't have to be a stovetop.
That's true. You can do whatever heat device you want to do. Maybe you want to go camping and do this. As long as you can get it on medium heat, or whatever the medium heat equivalent would be, we can do that. That's perfect. So
And don't make sure it's not too high.
of course, we don't want to burn anything. That is true.
We don't want to burn the house down.
No, absolutely not.
You can put 4 cups or a little bit more, but I recommend only 4. Yeah, I don't like too much of cheese. Yeah.
Right.
But you can do it if you want.
So we need 4 cups of grated cheese to 1 cup of milk, 1 tablespoon of corn flour, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, a pinch of nutmeg, a little bit of salt and pepper if need be. Cheese is plenty salty normally, so.
Right. You guys want to help me do the honors?
Yeah.
So everybody, you grab one side, Ajay, you grab the other side, and we're gonna dump the rest in. Because right now it seems like we're almost there. So thank you guys. I'm gonna put the little bit we have in here. Can't waste, don't wanna waste. And then we're just gonna whisk this up. But as you guys can see, it's thickening up very nicely. And we're keeping it at an even temperature in order to make sure that it melts all evenly.
And you have to put the milk in order to make it this color. And it has to come soft. It has to be like soft. And you don't want it like to be like super duper soft. Like, and also, while we're waiting for this, you can do bread or chips. You can have it with the thing. You can dip it and then like eat it. And by the way, if our stove is too fast for you, or if we're going too fast, you can always pause the video.
So as you can see, it's a little watery, but we're going to keep stirring until we get the right consistency we want. We're not going to turn up the heat because that could change the chemical composition of the substance itself. So we're just going to keep stirring at an even rate. In the meantime, boys, what do you guys like putting into your cheese fondue? What would you like? Bread? Do you like vegetables? What exactly?
I like bread, tortilla chips, all stuff. But it just like something that goes with cheese, like chips, like cheese toast, like vegetables. Yeah, you can do anything. It's no fruit, no fruit.
Maybe fruit would be interesting.
Yeah, fruit would. I mean, You can try it, but I don't recommend you doing that.
I think figs may taste good.
Or definitely not jam or peanut butter.
No, I agree. Maybe peanut butter might not be suitable.
Yeah. Or jam.
I don't know about that either. All right, so we're gonna put in a little bit of our nutmeg in here. So put a little bit of nutmeg, and it's gonna go in there, and we're gonna keep stirring. But we're at the thank you, Aneesh, and then we're at the part in which we're gonna start seasoning this pretty soon. So we're just gonna add a little bit of nutmeg.
And like Aneesh said, you could pause the video for doing it too fast.
Okay, I think we're almost done, so I'm gonna turn out the heat. And before we get to plating this, I'm gonna season it a little more. Personally,
With some pepper.
we're gonna start off
If
with.
you don't like too flavored, that's okay. But we like it flavored so a little bit. So you don't have to put pepper, but that's how. Like we said earlier in the video, you can change it up a little bit.
Remember, guys, it's tailored to your taste. So if you want to put whatever seasoning or spices you feel comfortable with, by all means, go for it. I know some people at home might want to put something, like Cajun seasoning. That might be.
And sometimes you can taste it like different.
Mm-hmm. So like Ajay said, everybody's tastes are different. So remember, at home, feel free to do whatever you feel would make this better. Like I said, this is children-free, or for children, alcohol-free for children.
But if you're a grown-up, you can use alcohol. Not if you're over 20. Yes, yeah.
Over 21, my friend, but
Oh.
close enough. So we're gonna add just a little bit of salt too. Oh, it's already very cheesy, so not gonna go overboard with the salt.
Yes, cheese has salt. Oh, that looks really yummy too.
Oh boy, looks like that's the texture you want.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's not too watery and it's not too thick.
And you don't want it to be too gooey.
Mm-mm. No sir. If it's too gooey, you can't dip anything in it.
So boys, you're having fun out there?
Yeah.
Okay. So we shall come right back.
All right, guys. So we have it completed here. Just as thick as we need it to be, not too thin. Just perfect.
If you were wondering what these are yuca fries. We put in there with this bread. We heated up some bread. We put some butter on it. Yeah, you can cook the bread too, but you don't have to cook the bread.
So, like we were saying earlier, pick whatever you want to dip this in.
That's also the word of the day. Yeah.
Choice is the word of the day. What's the word of the day?
Wash your hands too.
Always wash your hands, kids, and adults at home too.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Aneesh,
Dig in, kids, and tell you what you think about the fondue today. Time to taste.
Time to taste.
Yeah.
You waited very patiently for it, right? Don't get burnt.
It's pretty good.
Not bad.
I like the acidity that the lemon gives. I like
Yep.
the seasoning that comes with it. And I think we picked a excellent cheese blend. What do you guys think?
Yep.
They're too busy eating.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you all for joining us on this very interesting
Stay healthy.
party evening. We stay healthy with fondue, cheese fondue, made by Timin, watched by Aneesh and Ajay, very able sous chefs. They enjoyed the process. They used all organic products, non-GMO, organic, wholesome products that they're now enjoying the fruits of their labor.
And like Timin Mama said, you can always change up a little bit of stuff that you want to.
Yes, you don't have to just use Gruyere or mozzarella. You could use whatever cheese suits your fancy.
If you want to see our we made another video on pesto, and that one was pretty much close to this one, but we just have a different host here.
And it's really, really healthy.
Yeah.
Pesto was really healthy. We stayed away from the cheese.
Yep.
Well, I am your host, Hamsha Naidu. Joining me is Timin, my nephew, the one that gave the name to our show, Flavourful Eats. Thank you, Timin.
Of course. For people at home, stay healthy, stay fit, and stay cooking. Have a great rest of your day.
Peace out.